and welcome to cello-rock for dummies. Today we are going to learn how to play Enter Sandman by Metallica. It's pretty easy because, like many heavy metal songs, it has only one riff, which is this one. Or this one. Oh wait, maybe this one.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard.
Okay, so I will be adding some elements that will be more Metallica, some more Apocalyptica, obviously because of the cello. And let's start with the main riff, and basically once we know this one, we know almost all the song. So we start with a single guitar which plays alone. So slowly, we start with the E on the C string, third finger, and then we play the E on the D string, first finger. Then the G comes on the D string, fourth finger. B flat on the G string, second finger, and A on the G string. And here you bar two strings with one finger to get the E again. That's it, we're done. End of the lesson. Well, let's add a bit more. We have another guitar that plays one chord during the intro, which is just a power chord, E. First it will be just bar two strings, E, B on the D and A strings, or in fourth position, third finger. I like to play first time here and second time brighter, with a bit of effect with sliding the bow toward the bridge. There's also the drum intro, which is played quite well by Apocalyptica, so I will sing the riff, while I play the intro. So basically it's just playing the hi-hat as a flageolet. Here it's like the E in fourth position, first finger, just you don't press down the string. That's for the hi-hat, and then the bass drums are played with an E here, first position on the C string. So it goes like dum 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 dum, etc. So then comes the heavier part of the intro, which is a build-up toward the main riff played distorted and stuff. So in this section we have one guitar that plays just power chords. So it goes like, you just hold the E, B bar here on two strings for the whole bar, and on the last eighth you just play F, C. So to catch this one, the moment where you play the A, E power chord instead of the C, so listen closely and get the rhythm. The drums here I played basically in the same way, except you play eighth instead of playing full notes through the bars, so as well at the same moment. The main guitar plays a simplified version of the riff, which builds up towards the main version of the riff. So we start with octaves. So again, steady eighths through the bar. On the very last one, the high E here instead of the low E. So here comes the first modification. The beginning is exactly as the main riff, and then you come down to the lower E, F and E again, and you can play the lower notes with power chords. So basically, anytime you're on the C string, do not hesitate to play on the G string as well. I usually do it, I cannot help it, it's so much heavier and cooler and stuff. Sorry, I got carried away. So, as you have seen, we just reached the main section of the song with the main riff. So the main riff is almost exactly as we learned it in the intro, except that you play rather a lower E at the end of the riff instead of a high E, although you can still play the high E as Apocalyptica did when they were young and innocent. The riff here is repeated 3 times, and then you have the end section that is we still have to learn. So, and then G open string. So here the E is played with the second finger in the extension in order to catch the F sharp. So G, E, F sharp, E again, F sharp again, G again, F sharp again, and back to the main riff. So with those heavy power chords. For the bass guitar, well, basically it's playing the same thing at the rhythm guitar, so we'll not learn the bass guitar here. When comes the singing, we fall back to the simplified version of the riff instead of not to disturb the singing. So it's again except that you add the end section. Then comes the second part of the verse, where we have a modulation, but wait, it's exactly the same fingering, same stuff everywhere, except you just slide 1 tone higher. So from E, go to F sharp, and here with the high F sharp. Then comes the chorus. You just don't move, still third finger on F sharp. And chromatically 3, 2, 1, C sharp, C, B. Power chord E, B, don't move, first finger. And here an ending that is similar to the ending of the main riff. So E, open G, E again, F sharp, G, F sharp. And here we have a full bar of extra E's to catch our breath before the next verse or the solo. Now for the lyrics. In the verse we start with so 4th position on the A string, 4th finger, it's a G, G, F sharp, G, slide 1 tone lower, get the D, 1st finger, E, don't move, jump to 1st position, 1st finger on the B, then 4th on the D, and back to the 4th position with the 1st finger on E. The second sentence goes like basically the same, except you can start from the E instead of the G. If you want to do this extra ending. Instead of going to the 4th position with 1st finger, you go to 3rd position with 3rd finger for the E, and you add the D here with the 1st finger. Then, so F sharp with 1st finger, although you can also start in 4th position to do this extra sliding up toward the A note here with the 3rd finger. So the G sharp is with the 2nd finger, and next to the G sharp you have the C sharp on the D string, 2nd finger, and then back to 4th position. So very simple, just don't move from the 1st position except when you slide up to the G sharp. With the 4th finger you reach an extension, and then again 1 tone lower to the D. 1st position, 1st finger for the B, and back to the 4th position. So the verse comes twice, each time with the simplified riff accompanying it. Then comes the solo, and during the solo you have the main version of the riff. The solo, which I'm not going to teach here, because guess what? Right here it reads cello-rock for dummies, and this solo is nowhere near dummy level, so anyone who would be able to learn the solo would learn it from score or anything else, but not from some crappy tutorial video like this one. So I'm sorry, I will not be teaching it here, and if you still do not believe me and don't believe that this is not dummy level, then here we go. Etc. Wasn't perfect, didn't practice, but you see. So after the solo comes the bridge with this prayer stuff, and then the singing comes back, first lower, then higher. It starts in the F sharp section. So I just recommend to put the 3rd finger again on this F sharp, and just F sharp, E, F sharp, and then repeat it 2 octaves higher, 4th position on the A string, so here extension to the G sharp, and reach finally the A with the 3rd finger. Actually, we can hear here that there's an accompanying voice, 2nd voice here in the singing. Either you can have it played by someone else, or you can play it yourself. It goes like. So if you want to have someone playing it for you, he has to learn this. Pretty easy, just C sharp, 3rd finger on the A string, and just C sharp, B, C sharp, etc. If you want to play it yourself, you have to learn these double stops. So instead of having 3rd finger on the F sharp, you put the 1st finger instead, and the 3rd finger will be going here on the C sharp, on the D string. Slide 1 tone lower, and 1 tone higher again. And here from this 4th we go to a 6th. So we just switch fingers, 3 1 1 3, and then 3rd finger again on the C sharp, and 4th finger on the A. So chorus again. And the chorus is repeated again with the second voice. Again, the second voice, if you want to be it to be played separately, it's just very simple third and first finger on the A string, first position. If you want to play it alone, so we start again with the first finger on the F sharp and the third on the G sharp, so like before, sliding. Here we don't move, and the fourth finger will reach in extension the G sharp. It's a bit hard because it's far away, and we are blocked by the third finger here, which cannot move on the B. And that's it. Then there is the fade out, where the riff goes from the main version to the simplified ones, so from that's basically it for the guitars. We're done, and there is this last remainder of singing where James does his last yeah and ooh, which of course he does a lot better than me, and it goes like this. So the first ooh is just E here, so first finger on the A string, G, not G sharp, just G with the fourth finger, and again D, E, you already know it, slide one tone lower, third finger, here I prefer to slide up, so back to fourth position, to the F sharp, and D again, and that's our finally, we're done. Thanks for watching, and remember, I take requests.